Can you guys tell me like what did you learn yesterday on this Docker related thing? Anyone, please go ahead. What did you guys got the? I updated the notes as well. This thing. Please go through those keywords as well.
Yeah, so we have learned like what is a use case of Docker and why we use Docker. Uh, like how compared to EC2 and how Docker is helpful. So this is a major thing we have learned, and on this we have run like for example, Docker use cases are like resource utilization. So we can run multiple softwares on a single EC2. So
Yeah.
and we can it's like we these are the major things we have learned mostly, and how we can run multiple applications in a single EC2 using a Docker. We have learned like a pods or containers, how we can add and we can run, and how we can utilize the RAM and memory we have seen, and how we can distribute that to other applications in a single EC2.
Yeah. 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 So you meant to say that this thing, the limits.
Yeah, limits and request. And we have learned how Docker is fast. It's like there is no OS concept in Docker. That's why it's going to be fast. That's we have learned.
Yeah. Yeah. The Docker is Docker pods or containers comes up speed because no unnecessary penalties.
And we
The
have seen some commands, Docker commands.
yeah. And then
Uh, like, yeah,
one of
sorry,
one of the important file, no problem.
Docker file.
The Docker file, you know.
Yeah,
So
it will start with from.
yeah,
So
exactly.
always it will start with from. And we can use run any application, and we can use to start CMD
All Linux commands will start with the run.
run. And to start any application, we can use CMD or entry point.
Yeah, this is the simple one Docker file. So and then we installed yesterday in my laptop. I installed the one two.
Docker desktop.
Yeah, Docker desktop. This is a tool I installed it. Oh, Docker desktop. So I think I may need to reset my laptop. Usually the thing is if you install right that it asks for restart, I think because of that maybe that will see. So the lab is so, so in your book. So very important these tools whenever you join any new project, new system, right? Always please install all this. No one will tell you like you should install the tool or something. Should have all these mandatory tools in your laptop. That is the thumb rule. So that we'll continue with the Docker kind of architecture and then where we run the Docker architecture. So that is what my objective. And then so how to write this Docker file and all that is what our job. So here, right, as a as a DevOps guy, our job is to this is listen the keywords. Your job in the Docker is our job, our responsibilities. You know already this, for example, you have to tell me. I always compare with the Docker plus EC2 so that you already know the EC2 context so that you can. Yeah. So every time, right, there is a team is coming to you with this requirement. which is having Apache. Every day, like for example, every day in a day, at least they're coming to you 4 to like something, like minimum 4 times you think it. So what do you do? How do you make this kind of thing?
So we'll use the Terraform code. Means like we reuse that and we'll give the mission to them.
You will write the Terraform code. Very nice. In the Terraform code, what do you install? What is the software they are asking? You will call that
Oh,
EC2 mission thing AMI. You will call right here something AMI.
right, right.
Whose AMI you will call here?
Again, it's based on their requirement, but normally we call Amazon Linux.
Yeah, you will call Amazon Linux. And then what is the software they wanted to install here?
Apache.
So in the Terraform, along with Amazon Linux, you wanted to install Apache. What concept do we use?
Normally we use the data.
Use the data, or one more is the right null resource also you can use something. It's
Yeah.
up to you. Yeah, use the data, you can use it. But this is the one option. You know one more option also.
To manually we can go and create.
Yeah, manual. One more option you know.
Yeah, through console view.
Yeah, that's what you have, the manual.
I think we can go with no image. Means like no AMI, right? That's what
You think some container?
No. Docker, don't talk the Docker one.
Okay, okay. Before Docker only.
I'm CLI.
Yeah, AWS CLI. Okay. One more option you have. One more option. You know already. I don't want to, let me tell you that I don't want to install user data. In the OS itself, it has to come. The Apache has to come.
Okay, we
AMI.
can golden AMI. Golden AMI.
Yeah. So I can take Terraform code. Here I will take already installed Apache AMI. That's it. Launch this. That's it. So how did you make this one before?
We'll create our own AMI
How do you create it?
through console.
Yeah, first it's up to you. It's not only that console. First you have to take AWS AMI. I need that process. AWS AMI.
Okay.
It's Amazon AMI, Amazon Linux. You launched it. Launched EC2. Then you converted it as a
AMI. Private AMI.
Yeah.
That's right.
This is the AMI. Next time onwards, you can use this AMI, right? As is next time.
Right.
So what did you install here? Installed Apache.
Apache.
This can be an automation process. You can use a Terraform or Packer. Many tools are there in the market. It's up to you. How do you launch it? Install Apache, then convert as an AMI. Next time onwards, if fourth option, this already you know some of them. These are already you know. This also you know, but just I was telling it. If there is an already AMI, we just launch it. There is no user rate handle coming, right? So in this AMI, what software already been installed? In this AMI, what software already is there?
Amazon Linux.
Apache.
Apache.
Apache. This is the Amazon Linux. You took the Amazon Linux, you installed the software, you converted that as a AMI. So in this AMI, what software is there? Like Apache. Now let's follow the same funda. There is a one. So next time onwards, do you go with this time process as which is easy method among these four?
So first one is easy, or maybe so fourth one is easy because we have already AMI and we can just
Yeah. This is the one time. What is the ask here? The ask is like they wanted the Apache related installation software. Next time onwards, the other team is coming. They wanted this setup. Grafana, Prometheus. They wanted Grafana, Prometheus, node exporter, they'll take care. They are coming to you, hey, give me every day like different teams. One day, one finance team is coming, the other day, HR department, like the other day, the different domain projects are coming. They're asking you to install Grafana Prometheus every time. What option do you follow? Apply the same formula like above. Which one do you go? They're coming at least in a day, 2 to 3 times. They're coming. Hey, give me this setup. What do? They're asking, they wanted that infrastructure, Grafana Prometheus. Different teams are coming. Yes, you had to tell us.
So again, same. We can even set up a create a separate EMI, and we can, or maybe you can use this EMI only with Apache. We can run that.
No. We cannot club Apache Grafana. Those are different.
Yeah.
What do?
Then again, it's Terraform will help here because we have a setup and we'll reuse that.
In this fourth one, what option you will go? Sorry, in these 4 options, what options you will go?
Your last one.
What do you do in the last one?
Yeah, we
Where
can't
we-
merge, right?
Grafana and Prometheus.
So in the yeah, go ahead. Don't say single keyword. Go ahead with the line. Like if you want to talk, yeah. What are the ways?
Like similarly, like where we installed Apache, that we have. So far we are, how we discussed it, right? So in similar way, the fourth option we can install the Grafana and Prometheus, and then we can give them for.
So you mean to say you will write the Terraform code, then
to install the
you will pick the already Grafana installed AMI.
exactly, yes.
Then you will
But-
launch this. You will launch it.
So it's a separate EC2 machines or a single EC2? The question is
Separate. This is
then-
altogether separate.
yeah.
This is altogether separate.
then this will work. Yes.
Yeah. You will take here also same, and then in the same Terraform code, you will take already installed.
This installed.
So before doing this, you should do one task, right? Before doing this thing.
Yeah, we have to create our ALB, VPC.
Yeah, those are there. With this context, you have to tell me. In this, you have that. You should keep something ready. Then only it will work.
Yeah, we have to install Terraform on EC2.
Yeah, that is there. Terraform, it's there. You have on screen also what to be done. Before doing this task, you should keep something ready. Then only it will work.
Key pair?
Sorry?
Key.
Yeah, key pair is there. Yes, those are there.
In AppEC2, we should have node exporter.
Yeah, that they'll take care. My job is to here, not to export a thing. My job is to give this infrastructure, Grafana Prometheus to them. But you already have it here on the screen. For this, you need one prerequisite. Then only it will this will work. Otherwise, it will fail. We should have the AMIs. AMIs. How many AMIs you need here? Total?
2.
2. One is the Grafana AMI. Another is Prometheus AMI. Yes. Now, how do you make this AMI? Grafana AMI?
We'll create a new, like we launch new instance with this distribution, and we'll install Grafana and then we'll convert to AM.
Same, you will take Amazon AMI.
Yeah.
Install.
We install Grafana. Then we convert to Grafana AMI.
Same formula now. Convert as AMI. Now Grafana AMI. This is the one you will use it here. Same. Prometheus. Next time, like for example, if any team wanted only Prometheus, do you take which option do you go in this? Next time the team wanted only the Prometheus, which option do you go?
We will take Prometheus AMI and we'll give.
That's it, right? Now you are avoiding, right, that installation software and all.
Yes.
Let's say if I ask you to next time, hey, give me Prometheus. I need a software with, I need a one EC2 with Prometheus. What do you go here?
We'll take a Prometheus AMI and we'll create it and we'll give
From
Prometheus AMI.
what do you do? Launch.
We'll launch an EC2 instance.
That's it, right? When you say
Yeah.
from Prometheus, what does that mean?
So the means the AMI, the OS.
Already in that
Yeah,
AMI,
it's existed.
already in that AMI, what software been installed already?
Grafana.
In this.
Prometheus.
Prometheus is there. If you launch it, you will get EC2 with already installed. What is this? Prometheus. Now you know, if I wanted to, let's go with the same formula. You will get like this. You will get like this. Team wanted Tomcat software. Tomcat software EC2 missions. They're coming like in a month, they're coming like maybe 30 times, 40 times. They'll be, this is how your day will go. They wanted infrastructure. Please, now you know that. Tell me.
Yeah, we can create an AMI with all the Tomcat related softwares.
First prerequisite,
First,
right?
yeah.
Yes.
Then
For
that will be continuously used for the rest.
To make a Tomcat AMI, you need one AMI again.
The base AMI,
Yeah. What is that we have to take?
Amazon AMI.
So you will take Amazon Linux AMI. Amazon Linux AMI. Next, Amazon, you know, right? Tomcat use it for what? To run Java-based applications.
Java, yeah.
To run the applications, okay? Amazon Linux AMI. You took the Amazon Linux AMI. You will install software.
Tomcat.
Next.
Convert to AMI.
Tomcat AMI. Next time onwards, if team wanted in the Terraform code, which AMI do you call? Amazon Linux or Tomcat AMI?
Tomcat AMI.
You have to do some filtering in the data block. You know, right? The data block will be there, right? In the Terraform.
Yeah.
You have to do some filter. This AMI will get it listed there. Then you can do output that if you want to say AMI ID. Now you got the Tomcat AMI, launch it. Now you tell me that with the observability, I mean to say logging point of view, monitoring point of view, you need to install some more softwares in this. From this mission, I need to send metrics. From this mission, I need to send the logs also.
Yeah.
What is the extra launch? Let's say that launch is it. You know, one software is running in this mission. What is the software here? Which we install?
Tomcat.
Now I need to collect the logs from here. What is the software I need to install? Collect logs.
Elastic.
FileBeat. Elastic.
What is it? FileBeat. Or one more is Logstash. From this mission, I want to collect metrics.
Prometheus and Grafana.
No.
Node export.
That's it. Node exported. Because here you are not setting up the Grafana Prometheus. What are you setting up here? Application. From this application, I will collect all this. I will send to, that is another version, the Prometheus. Now, next time onwards, the team is coming to you. They may come with different flavors. One team wanted only Tomcat. Another team wanted all these combinations. Node exporter. One more, what is this? FileBeat, or let's go Logstash. Combination. Now what do you do? One team is coming with this requirement.
Yeah, we'll create different AMIs for use case.
So here now, yeah, now tell me how to. I wanted to make this one AMI. This set of AMI. What? How can I make it? This you already have it converted as an MI. Now for this, tell me.
Yeah, I'll use that Tomcat AMI and I'll add this node exporter and Logstash, and then I'll convert to one more AMI.
You will take a Tomcat AMI,
I'll install node exporter and Logstash.
launch EC2, then
I'll install node exporter and Logstash.
node exporter, and then install Logstash.
Then I'll convert to Tomcat node
Yes.
exporter AMI.
Like for example, something Tomcat 2, Tomcat V2 dot. You can say Tomcat V2 AMI. That is Tomcat AMI. This is version 2 AMI. In the version 2 AMI, you have all observability tools and all, right? Now,
Yes.
just a minute. Yeah. Now, what is the if I go in a inheritance? If I go inheritance in the sense, what is the first image for this? First Godfather, whatever, something like. If
Amazon line.
Yeah. Amazon
Linux.
Then Amazon Linux 2.
Tomcat AMI.
Then Tomcat
V2.
V2. In this, what software is there?
Tomcat.
In this?
Tomcat with node exporter and Logstash.
In this?
Amazon
Linux.
Linux.
Just no softwares and not much things and all, right? Now I'll tell you how these people Amazon Linux also will do. There is a open source Linux community is there. Linux community. Okay. Please, this is very important. Open source Linux community is there. What these people do, they'll give a one just Linux software. This Linux software, these people, Linux community, they'll give Linux software. That is called Scratch or root file system. How it will be there? It's a simple zip file. It's a zip file. You remember? You already know it. Please, I'm telling you already know it. You did install Grafana.zip. You have installed Prometheus.zip, and you install Elasticsearch.zip, and then the Kibana.zip. You remember?
Yeah.
All zip or tar, whatever tar. It's a package. All are a package. What you did? You extracted it. After extracting, you are getting some folders, right? You remember? Bin.
Yes. Bin.
Conf, something logs, something folders came, right? In the bin, you have start, some stop, some kind of commands. Those commands you started like nohub or dot slash blah blah something, you started it. These are same way. Linux people also, they packaged that software as a one zip file. Okay. This Linux size, inside that, how it will be? It will be like this structure, slash. You remember slash home, for example, EC2 user, like this. Remove, for example, slash, you know some of them, slash temp, slash opt, slash user, slash bin. Here all your Linux commands will be there, Linux commands. Okay. Linux commands will be there in the bin folder. There is a slash one more, yes bin. Here also Linux commands will be there. This will be executed by only this guy, root user. This any user can execute. Slash home temp opt, like there is a structure will be there. This is the Linux file structure, file systems, file structure. All these folders, some commands which were not Amazon people. Linux is completely free. What they did, some guys, very technical people, they wanted to make software to everyone like Android, right? Something. So they made some kind of effort. they gave this as an open source. Please, anyone can take, you use this software. We had given it. They made it as a zip, they given to outside open source Linux community. Now, like you did, right? You took Amazon Linux, you made a Tomcat, and then you can make however you wanted right now. You will take that, install, you combine, you are giving to outside people, right? That above. Same way, this Linux community people from this Linux community, whenever they gave this zip file, right? This zip file that is called Scratch or root file system. The people whoever giving it from Linux community, they made as a zip. They're giving as a what? Scratch they call, or rootfs, root file system. It's as a zip file. Now this Ubuntu people, Ubuntu guys, they are called as a Debian team, Debian. These people Debian team, they took that zip file, they added on top of this zip, inside this zip, they took this zip, they added some more softwares. They are selling as outside, they are selling, or they given back again. This is also free Ubuntu. They're selling as a, I mean, they're given as a what? Ubuntu. They added their extra softwares now. Now one more guy. This Red Hat team. They also took this zip because they don't want to install from again. No. They also took that zip. They installed their own softwares, Red Hat softwares. They're giving outside what? Red Hat Linux. Same way, Amazon people also. They also took the zip, open source community one. They installed Amazon softwares now, extra. They're giving what now for us? Amazon Linux. If I go and see this size, if I go this, how much size this was, how much resources required, this is like MBs, megabytes only to run this. You remember in your, let me tell you, in your Android phone, also, these people, Android team went, they also took that same zip. They made their own Android software. They're giving as Android. In your Android behind, what software is running?
Linux.
Linux only. Tiny Linux. This is called Tiny OS. Tiny OS. You can say that minimum basic. There is a OS is there. There is a, but it doesn't very minimal packages. Minimal commands will be there. No command, not more commands under. Who is adding more commands? Based upon that OS vendor. If you go Ubuntu, you will have some basic Linux commands, but remaining they will add Ubuntu software. So all those. This MB software, let's say if I take, maybe it may be like 20 MB. This guy made a 2 GB RAM, 2 GB OS. This guy is made like, for example, 2 GB OS. This guy may be like 4 GB OS. This is like maybe 500 MB or like maybe 200 MB. That's where your mobile is able to capable of that. Now you got it right.
Yeah.
Who is adding more GB? Why the more GB's OS is coming?
Vendors.
Vendors, exactly. Now these Docker guys, right? What they did, this guy will run directly on the OS. This guys will run directly on the hardware. You will install on the hardware, your laptop. Directly you can install. Directly on the hardware. Hardware. You need a hardware directly. What these Docker people did, I don't need these vendor softwares. I don't want to go with this. I'll take directly which one now? This guy.
Linux.
Scratch. This Scratch FS. I'll take this Scratch FS. I will install Apache directly. Now, you know, yesterday I was telling, right? How much size this was? As for example, 20 MB. 20 MB. Do you think this is also OS? When I say no OS, don't think that. There is some minimal binaries are there. There is a minimal binaries required to support your software. Okay. Now, minimal commands are there. This zip. You took that zip. You will take that zip. You will install Apache. Now you will convert Apache, for example. Think that just you will convert as an Apache OS. Simple Apache minimal OS. For example, minimal OS. Instead of that, what I'll say, minimal Apache Docker image. I'll say as a Docker image. In future, this Docker image is heavy weighted or light weighted one?
Lightweight.
Why?
We have installed on the scratch, like
This you took, right? Open source Linux, you took it directly on top of that. Exactly. Now you have two options now.
scratch. We'll go with scratch.
Which one do you go? If I wanted to an Apache, I need Tomcat. I need a Grafana.
I
Same.
will take scratch.
What is the one you take it? What is the one we go?
Scratch one.
Scratch one. You know, right? Why you know that reason? Because that is very lightweight. And you remember one more? This can run on anywhere. This can run on anywhere, this flavor. You getting what I mean, right?
Yeah.
Now, my objective here is vendors are making their own softwares. There is a one guy who gave more efforts to give to community. This guy we will take directly. On top of that software, we will install whatever needed for us. That you can run from anywhere. To run this anywhere, what they did is like these guys, Ubuntu, Red Hat, right? We will take one software for us. What I'm going to do? I'm going to write one Docker file from scratch. If I say from scratch, you are taking which OS now?
Linux OS.
Linux.
Yeah, exactly. You can say that Linux binaries only. Not much softwares won't be there. You know, if you go to some OS, LS also won't be there. If you go to the containers, LS also we will remove. Why? Why do I need LS command? I need only Apache, right? Our business needs to run Apache, Tomcat, Grafana, Prometheus, Elasticsearch. Who will run LS command? I'll bring the setup readily. We don't need any commands at all. If you add one command, your OS size will become more. Instead of vendors adding, like, we will remove all of them. We will keep whatever needed. Whatever needed, keep what in this is there. Basics one. Then what I'll say? Run. Like, sorry. Yum install, like whatever, HTTP-y, for example. Like this we will make. Now, tell me now.
CMD.
Systemctl
start.
Yes, if you want to start multiple softwares, you can keep it. You can keep it multiple. So now, you know the story behind the scratch. If you say scratch, you are going to the first software who is given to industry. I mean to say whoever given to the Linux community. Keep that thought, okay? Cool. Amazon Linux, you take any OS, they came from that source only, the first guy. Okay, cool. Now, you know the story, how the tiny OS, the vendor OS and all, you know the story. Now in Docker, where is this guy? Where is this guy? Where is this guy? Somewhere I kept it, the keywords. Yes. Your job responsibility in the Docker is take tiny OS. Either there are market, not only the scratch, there are many are there. Many are there. We will see them. Where is Amazon Linux image?
In AWS cloud.
in AWS cloud. Can I get that in the Google?
No.
No. In Azure, no. You cannot get, right?
No.
For example, they have their own AMIs. If you go to Google,
Right.
they have their own AMIs. Every cloud provider, like in AWS, you have your own AMI, right? Every cloud provider, they have their own AMIs. Everyone, they have their own AMI. Now, these guys, right? This tiny OS. I will say now onwards, next onwards, keyword called image. Docker image. When I say Docker image, unwanted binaries removed. Vendor lock binaries removed. Lightweight, minimal, required root FS only will be there. This package only will be there. Keep that Docker image. So your job is to building these Docker images and share to team. Like that, these guys came na in the initial ask. They're coming you to, hey, give me the Tomcat AMI. What you will do? You will make a Tomcat AMI, but you will not write this Terraform code. Just you will share to the Tomcat AMI. That is also one of your job. You will make a Grafana AMI, give that Grafana AMI to the team. They will write the Terraform code. Your job is to just make an AMI. Same way, here, one of your job is to building Docker images and share to the team. It's not a photo, it's not a video, something to share in a pen drive. We store these Docker images in one place. That is called container registry. Container registry or Docker registry. There is a famous one in the market that is called Docker Hub. Or in AWS, they made every cloud provider, what they do, if something crazy one come, they'll copy paste, they'll keep in their own environment. By taking this Docker Hub as a model, AWS also created their own registry, ECR. Elastic Container Registry. What you can store in S3? You know already what you can store in S3. Yes, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, static content, like files,
Yeah,
images,
files,
documents.
anything, right? But in ECR, only you can store images. Recently, I see they have enabled one more option. I mean, I think 1 year back, they enabled one more extra feature. But for now, you think ECR is for to store images, not AMIs. Not AMI, not AMI. AMI, they have separate behind. We don't know what software they'll be using. Behind, obviously, they say S3 something, but we don't care about AMI. My objective here is Docker image. Your job is to build the Docker image. That we will see. How do you build, how to do that. For now, one of your job is to building the Docker image. When you're building a Docker image, you can take a root FS, the scratch one, or you can take, there are some, I was telling you, many are there, tiny OS. We will take them, we will install some software that you will convert as a Docker image, store here, either in the Docker Hub or store in the ECR. Any thoughts you want to ask? This is one of our job. Building the Docker image. Where do we store? I was telling.
Registries. Like
Registry.
Docker Hub.
It can be Docker Hub in AWS.
ECR.
ECR. In Google, GCR is there, Google Container Registry. In Azure, ACR is there, Azure Container Registry. Every cloud provider, they made it. In the cloud, they don't go with Amazon something. Elastic Container Registry. Storing image. You know, right? let me tell you, this is not a file. Image is not a file, okay? Image is not a text file you can open. This is a binary. We cannot understand that. We can't understand. It's not a file. Who will understand that image? This ECR will understand. When you upload it,
Doc.
there are some commands are there. It's not like a browse, no. There are some commands you have to do, then it will go here automatically. You cannot read that this image and all, you cannot read that. That is, can you read Amazon MI?
No.
It's something like it's a package, some ISO file behind. You cannot you cannot do VA and all. No, it's a binary format one. That's how that OS has been built. Same way, Docker image also. One of your job is to build this Docker image, store here. What images? Some like right? You built some Tomcat AMI, Tomcat V2 AMI, same way. Apache AMI, and then Apache V2 AMI. In the V2 AMI, you will have monitoring tools. This is the plain one, vanilla of Apache, Tomcat vanilla Apache. Here you have extra flavors of the softwares. Now, you are giving these AMIs to some people, right? Same way, one team will come to you. Hey, I need a Apache Docker image. What you do? You will take that TinyOS,
Install.
Apache.
Okay. We'll convert to, we'll store into a registry.
Yeah. Make a image. What image now? Not AMI.
Docker, Apache Docker.
Image. Store in where?
Hub, Docker Hub or ECR. Any registry.
Docker Hub or ECR. ECR. Now, here is there. Here you have stored Apache Docker image you have stored. This is what your job. Build. Install, obviously. Build. Now you will not give them like you can no need to share also. What you will tell? Hey, there is an image. You will have a URL for this. You will have a URL. You will give this URL to them. Please use this AMI Apache image. So one of your job is to like this. Now same formula. You will take TinyOS. You will install. That's how it will go, the formula. So now one of your job is to build the Docker image, store in the ECR, give it to that URL to team. They will take care of that. There are some steps are there again. Now, how to make Docker image? To make a Docker image, simple, like already there's some context. I'll take that example. What is the Terraform extension of the file?
.tf.
.tf. Values, where the Terraform will look for values. Terraform code. I don't want to.
TF path. .tf path.
It can look in another file also, right?
Yeah.
Variables.tf,
.tf.
right? For example.
Right.
Like
right.
TF something. To make a Docker image, you need a
Docker file.
Majority people will go with this naming convention only. Docker file only. No, I don't want to go with this. I can go with my own naming. You can go, for example, base.docker file. You can go with this also, not a problem. We can go. It's up to you. But majority people will go with this. Like, right? Terraform, when you do Terraform, right, you will have a structure, right? Main dot, output dot, variables dot. Can I mix all together in one? You can mix it. But that's how the structure to follow. So if you go with the other like this, right, you have to mention in somewhere. You have to say like this, -f. You have to give like this file name. Otherwise, this is a default file name. Okay, cool. I have a Docker file. In this Docker file, some lines are there. What are those lines? Some commands from
run, cmd, build.
CMD. For example, if I want to create a user, I want to create one folder like current working directory, something. This we will see, for example, user, group, the Linux group. I want to expose a port, expose port number. Like we will see some sample. All these are called instructions. All this will be there in this Docker file. I have a Docker file. I want to make a Docker image. I have just a Docker file now. I want to make a Docker image. You need a one software. Like same, I have a Terraform code, TF. What is the tool you need? I have
Terraform.
I have this Terraform code. What is the tool we need?
Terraform.
Terraform, right? Same way, I have these Docker files, Docker file. I need a one software called Docker client plus Docker server. All together, I will say that. Both together, I'll say that Docker. How do you install? One is Docker desktop in your Windows and somewhere in the Mac also something. In the Linux, right? We will install the same command. Come install Docker. So this is the tool you need to build this Docker image. What is when you're running a Terraform command, right? What files Terraform command will read? When you're running a Terraform command, Terraform plans, what files it will read? What files it will read?
TF files.
.tf.
Same way, if I want to run any Docker command, if I want to build a Docker image, Docker build. If I want to do Docker build, mandatory I need a file, Docker file. Docker file you need. What are you doing here? You are building the Docker image. When you're building a Docker image, mandatory file you need is the Docker file. So I told already, one of your job is to building the Docker image and then writing the Docker file also. In the Docker file. That is your job, DevOps job only, writing the Docker file. We will write the Docker file. We will build the image, some base image. We will give it to the teams. Teams, they can alter in their own format. It's their choice. They can do, like you took Amazon Linux, right, in cell time. Then you built Apache. Teams, what they can do, they can take Apache AMI. They can install extra softwares, whatever they need. But in cell, your job is to, every time if there is a bug in that code, they'll come to you only. Hey, this is the problem. Again, you have to rebuild that. You getting right what I mean? So building the base image is one of your job. To build the Docker image, base image, you need to write a Docker file. Your job only. So you should know what will go inside this Docker file. What is the simple format of this Docker file under. So two things here. Building the image. To build the image, you need a software called Docker. And one more, you need a file called Docker file. After you building this Docker build, you will be passing some naming convention like this. T. T means tag. When you create a EC2 machine, you will give a name, right? Tags. Same way. I'll say that Apache :1. Like this, I'll give it. Next time, if I want to build, same. I'll give like 2. This is to make it like 3. V1. Hey, is that the name mandatory to go? It's up to you. It's in our control only. No need to go like Apache, blah, blah. It's up to you. Whatever name you have chosen, you can ask the developers. They are the very good guys because they will be using this image. You tell them, hey, what is the naming convention I have to follow for this image? They'll tell you. Now, you see here, this is called name. I'm sorry. How the format is looking? Can you guys tell me here how the format this look? First is the name. Next, what is there here? 1, 2, something is right. That is called tag. This is called Docker image name. colon tag. Can you guys see here? Is there any tag is there for this? Do we have tag for this?
No.
No.
There is no colon, right? Very important. Please have this thought. If there is no tag, by default, it will become like this. If there is no tag, by default, the default tag is the latest. It will take automatically. Docker will take automatically latest by default. Default. If there is no tag. If no tag, default is latest. Tag is latest. So now I went into a folder. I went into one folder. This is one laptop, or it is an EC2 mission or somewhere. Okay, I went into a folder. There I have installed. No need to go to the folder to install. You can install anywhere. Installed Docker. When I say Docker, there will be Docker client will be there. One more Docker server will be there. Just I'll say that Docker, installed a Docker, that's it. Now, simply just to make one folder, I went into a folder. Here I'm running this command, Docker build -t. I say that, like, for example, front end. In this folder, one file should be there to work this command.
Docker file.
Yes. We need Docker file for sure. That's it. Otherwise, it will say that file is missing something. I'm looking for a file. That file is not present in that folder or something. Okay. So this command, right? You are running this command, Docker command, like Terraform, like AWS CLI. This is also one. This is also one command. How this command came? You installed here. So very important. Docker build. What it does? Builds the Docker image. What file it will take input? Automatically.
Docker file.
Docker.
Yeah, it will take from Docker.
Now you build the Docker image. Where do we store the Docker image?
Registry.
Docker Hub.
Docker Hub or registry, container registry or ECR. Like this you have to do. Docker push. You have to do like this. Docker push. Imagine registry. Here you will have some URL for that. For that URL, where to push, whether to the Docker Hub or to the Docker registry, something. Two things, like few things here. You know now, Docker software, Docker file, Docker image, Docker registry. From your laptop or from EC2, this is your job. You need to install the Docker software. Why? Because you need this CLI tool, this command line tool. Then writing a Docker file is your job. Building the Docker image, storing that image into registry. One of your job. This is your job. Any thoughts you want to ask on it? As a DevOps guy, these are my responsibilities in the Docker. Any thoughts you want to ask?
Sir, I have one doubt.
Yeah.
So each and every Docker image having separate softwares, or we can club all together, create one image. So for
Yeah,
example, take one Apache. In this Apache and the next Grafana from this. Okay.
Yeah, can we club all softwares in one Docker image? That is what you were asking, right? Your question.
Yes.
Yeah, you can club, not a problem. Yes, we can do. But You can club. Yes, you can club. But when you start that Docker image, right? What is the nature of Docker? One good nature to Docker, you know already. If you club
You
together,
create a
okay, let me go here. You know already this story. Here, this is heavy, right?
yeah
Why this is heavy? This is lightweight,
l-
na?
lightweight.
This is lightweight, but this is heavy. Why this is heavy?
Because in the
This is
window that we have installed again one more software.
They
this is
added.
scratch and this is
they
and
clubbed
they
many
added
softwares, right?
and,
Here, they
yeah
clubbed many softwares, right?
yeah
Now you are also doing the same thing.
okay okay understood, got it.
Now, if you start this Docker image, if you want to start this Docker image, it will take time.
Okay,
It takes little like heavyweight, like you are making
yeah
a more AMI. You
yeah
are your own some software. You can club if you want, but not recommended.
okay. Thanks Anna.
Okay, no problem. Good practice is to
One image for one software.
that is the good practice. They'll say more is one process.
Okay,
Don't club together. Yes, make it invoice as much.
okay.
Yeah.
Thanks Anna.
No problem. Yeah. So please, any thoughts you want to ask? You should have the clarity of if I want to make a Docker image, what are all the things I should have? Something at least Docker software, Docker file, Docker build command, which is Docker CLI again, and then ECR, container registry or Docker Hub. This is the guy. Let me tell you, whole the world. You tell me SAP software, you tell me like Oracle, you tell like any software, majority softwares, already the companies, like I can say that last around like 7 years onwards. Earlier, olden days, any software when they make, they were making for OS. Now they are giving as a what? Docker image. Earlier, olden days, they were giving every software as a for OS operating system they were giving. Now they are making two softwares. One is for OS, same software they are giving as a Docker image also. If it is open source, they'll put it here. Docker. Docker is open source. Sorry. Docker is a one company. Docker is a company, one company. It's a company. They built this tool, Docker tool. They have other tools also, multiple tools. Okay. This is they have two. One is free version. They have paid support both. Docker is company. So same. They gave the Docker tool, and then they are giving Docker Hub also for us. This company. Here, this is the one. Here, Docker Hub. This is like the URL, hub.docker something. This is what. No, normal if you go now, you just search for Docker. This is the docker.com. Here they will have their products. See here, professional, pro, business. These are they have their tools. They have their tools. Some more like they have some for these tools, right? They had given some more extra things and all here. So they have these products, and then as I said, right, they have both free version and then the paid version. Some companies they'll go free version completely. They won't go for paid. I mean to say, this Docker tool is free, completely free. This Docker tool is completely free. Anyone can use it. But to store the images and all, they'll go with the Docker Hub bundle. But since we are in the cloud, right? You remember, we don't want to ship to our data to outside. They'll have a lock, companies. Since we are already in the AWS cloud, there is a Docker Hub alternative tool is there. We will use that. They'll not go to the Docker Hub button. Some companies have seen it. They'll use both. They'll use Docker Hub. They'll use ECR and all. Why? They want to share some images to outside people and all. In that case, they'll use both. They don't want to share from AWS. They will put into the hub. From hub, they'll give to outside people. That's what, because of the security and all. This is the website. You see, right? Build something. Now my objective was here. Search here. Please, one of your job is to, this is what, register for, register the Docker Hub. Please, I would request you guys to register. Sign in. Just register with this. Continue. If your Gmail is enough to register. Register to this Docker Hub. Okay, so just close to the explorers. If you have, we'll be creating our own repositories also, that we'll see that separate lab. Now explore. You tell one software. Just say one name, please.
Apache.
Yeah, I made every day. See here, they'll have some naming convention here, some filters here, trusted images also. Please don't use third-party images. They may inject some kind of vulnerabilities. One of your job is to this is also scanning Docker images. Find the vulnerabilities. Vulnerabilities in the sense some old package. In your mobile also, sometimes your mobile will tell you, right? This is outdated software, please update something. Same way, there is some vulnerabilities will be there in the outdated packages. You have to upgrade and then you have to do this. So scanning Docker images. In ECR, this feature is there by default. One of your interview questions, they'll ask you, how do you scan the Docker images? You tell that we are using ECR. In ECR, there is a checkbox, scan Docker image. If you check box, that automatically will scan your image. What job? This is one of the job. So better to take these two, verified and all something. Yes, OS is also good, but don't take third party people. And then you should take.
I have one question here.
Yeah.
If we have critical vulnerabilities while building the Docker image, how we should resolve that?
From where you took that Docker image? What is I would say? Please, can you repeat again the question?
Yeah. While building the Docker image actually is successfully built, but I'm getting vulnerabilities.
Okay, already built. Okay, now you building the Docker image, for example, right? For example, to build the Docker image, what is the one you need?
Actually, from JFrog we're using.
No, true. But to build a Docker image, thumb rule.
Docker file, yeah.
Yeah. Now, I'll switch some context, okay? Now you told, for example, let's say Tomcat AMI. Let's switch to EC2. You got a Tomcat AMI. In the Tomcat AMI, you have the vulnerabilities, for example, okay? Now, from where the Tomcat AMI came? Switch to EC2.
Yeah, Tomcat AMI from Amazon Linux.
Same way, now you building this Docker image, right? You have to see this. What package? That vulnerabilities, right? Yeah. For what package you are having? What is that package? You will have some CVE, something keyword like this. You will have it. You have to see it. You have to see this. This is coming from your Docker file or from the base image, maybe.
Okay.
Is it coming from base image or it is coming from your Docker file? There you may need to upgrade it, something you have to do that. You have to Google that. When you take the CVE number, right? Google will tell somewhere. You have to search there. For the CVE, what is the fix? In the Google will get an answer for that.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
No problem. Now, go to here. Please don't download lesser kernel because security team will sometimes, if you have extra security team, right, they'll bug you continuously. See here, many softwares already readily available. everywhere, airflow. Someone was asking right last time for what was that? Something data lake. What was that? Some tool, right? Visualization tool. One person was asking. They'll use Airflow for this. Now, search for Grafana. You cannot read this image. These are all called binaries. This is behind Docker Hub, right? There is one software like it's just like kind of binaries. Grafana, readily available is there. Prometheus, Bitnami. Yeah, Bitnami is good. Go for Bitnami. Bitnamis are good. And then yeah, Debian is also good. I'll say what we'll come to that. What is Debian and all? Ubuntu also good, recommended. And then the what is this guy? Fedora.
Red Hat.
Red Hat, no, Red Hat will come from one guy. I think Fedora. We'll see. Fedora very rarely we use. If no software available, Bitnami. You see now. You tell some software like Elasticsearch. You know, they made two softwares. One is for OS. You remember we installed Elasticsearch on the OS, right? You downloaded a zip. You downloaded a zip. Then you no hub and all, right? Now everything
Right.
you see, they made everything as a what now? Docker image also. Now industry is doing two software packages. One is for OS, another is for Docker image. That's how. See now, they updated recent also 2 hours ago. They updated it. They are giving for different flavors, Linux flavors, ARM process. Some tags they have not done it. You have the based upon the OS also. IBM also they are making. See here, they have Kibana. Every software is there. Now let's go for let's go here. Let's go here.
It's a registry where we can keep our images.
Yeah. To store Docker images, it is a registry. What is alternative for Docker?
ECR.
ECR. Here also you can store same. This is you have to authenticate. You need to have some credentials and all. Here also you need a credentials, your user ID, password and all that. You cannot browse. There is no GUI browse a file. There is no. You need a Docker CLI tool. Okay. You need this Docker CLI tool. You should have that. Whenever you want to push something, right? When you want to pull also, you can pull these images also. Push and pull and all. You can do push, pull, this and all. We will be doing it from the ECM. Pull. Now, let's go to that example. What the basic one? Apache. You see, right? Apache, another name is called HTTPD. Who stored this? Apache people. Apache company, they stored here. You see, right? Whatever you are seeing on the screen. What is this is called?
Image.
Image. Where the image is stored?
Docker Hub.
Docker Hub. Docker image. Okay. Docker image stored in the Docker Hub. In the Docker Hub, you are seeing the Docker image. How this image could have been built? You need
Using
a
Docker file.
You need a one file, right? Docker file. You cannot read this Docker image, but you can see this one. You can see this one. How? Because they kept in the open source, right? But you can see this Docker file. Click on this guy. Very important, please. This you should know. You remember I was telling now here? I was telling something. Name colon. What is this called?
Version. Tag.
Tag.
If you go here, na, you see here. Tags are there. Many tags are there. If there is no tag, what will be the default tag?
Latest.
Latest. You see here. Latest tag is there. latest, blah, blah, blah. They have the size also. If you want to download this, just this command, docker pull like this. This is the command. And they have one more. What is this? They have one more. Bookworm, 2. Bookworm. There is a something 2.458 something. If you want to download, you have to put a name colon that version. That is very important. Now, my objective was these are the images are being stored here. Click on this one. I want to go to the Docker for this latest. To build a latest, what Docker file they had given. You see, right? Supported tags here. Click on this guy. Click on this link. In which page right now I am in? Which website I am in right now?
Docker.
Docker Hub. Please observe now. Click on this one. It will go to observe. It went into the which website?
GitHub.
GitHub. In the GitHub, what file you are looking?
Docker file.
Docker file. Now you see, right? What is the image you have seen? What is the image you are seeing? No, sorry. What is the image we are seeing? Right, man. Yeah. What is the image we are looking now? Please do this lab.
Apache.
Go to Docker Hub. Search for Apache. You will get result with HTTPD. Observe tags. Select latest Docker file path. It will go to where?
GitHub.
GitHub.com. Here, this is for example.
Docker file.
This is example. You will be redirected to a Docker file. This is one. Okay, for example. Now, this is the Docker file. In this Docker, what is the by using this Docker file, what software they built? You know already.
Apache.
Apache. Simple. I'll tell you. I'll compare now. I'll go to again to basics. I'm saying Apache AMI. Which is your base AMI? AMI. What is your base AMI? To build this Apache AMI, right? You took one more AMI, na? What was that?
Yeah, Amazon.
Amazon Linux. Same way. To build this Docker file, they could have taken one more image. This is Apache image you are looking, but they could have taken one more image. That you remember, that can be a scratch. Or it can be another also. That we will see. Please observe. This is one of the most important skill set in the Docker. How my AMI has been, how my image been built, please. Just if you get it master on this, remaining all are like just commands only. This is the one of the skill set you should have it. I'm looking at a Docker file where Apache installed. With this Docker file, I can build Apache. But to build this Apache, they could have taken one more base image. Sorry. How they could have taken? This is the keyboard. From Apache image been built from this guy. You know, in this again now. What is the name here?
Debian.
Tag.
Bookworm. Sling.
Bookworm sling. Now, in this, what is this is called? This is also one more. What is this? Docker image. Same way, you took Amazon Linux, right? Apache AMI. Let's say if I say Apache V2, you took Apache AMI. On top of that, you installed a node exporter like this. I'm finding parent. So my Apache been built with this Docker file. In this Docker file, I was reading a keyword called from. Oh, these guys built Apache by using this Debian. This Debian is called also what? One more Docker image. Let me go back to here. I'll go to observe, please. Go to Docker Hub. We are finding where is the parent. parent Docker image. Search for now keyword called this keyword. Search for this keyword. Please, this is one of the skill set. You should have it. Remaining are the like the normal commands only. Debian. This is the guy. Click on this Debian. Some people built and then they pushed it. In this, what is our tag we were searching? We wanted to search one tag, right? What was that?
Bookworm Slim.
So take this name. Bookworm Slim. From where I got this one? From where I got this one? Which Docker file? That is with the Docker file, what software they built?
Apache.
Apache. From Apache, from I took it here, what they did? Install Apache, they did from this Docker file. But to install Apache, they took one. They have not took the scratch one. They took what? Which one? Debian one. I'm looking, I'm going to find that. Go here, Debian wala. Here, search for a TB tag called Bookworm Slim. Bookworm Slim. This is been built 6 days ago. If you click on it, will it go to the link? Let's see. Help us Docker Scout. What is this guy? They're adding, this is one of the tool you can Docker Scout, one of the tool. Now they're telling blah 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 blah. Don't think much on it. Just go back. Just let's click on it one. Just a minute. Click on it one. Did they mention size? What is the size? 27 MB something they said. It's a compressed size. And then you see some vulnerabilities are there. This is the images, some packages. Oh, these guys also added the vulnerabilities. Oh my God. Oh, this is nice. This is the one feature they added Docker. Okay. Now, oh, my objective was go back. I'm still on the Debian play. Go to the overview page. Here, I need to find a tag. You see, I want to find for this Docker file again. I want to find for this. Take this tag name. Search here. Click on this one. Please observe. I'm in which page right now?
Docker Hub.
Which image I'm looking right now?
Debian.
Debian. To build this Docker image, to build this tag, what Docker file they have been used? I want to check it.
Scratch.
You see now?
Yeah.
Yes. This is the master. Yes. You see right what they took from?
Scratch.
Just a scratch. This is empty bowl. You remember I was telling what is the root FS? How the root FS structure will be there? Can you guys tell me? I told when I started the session. Oh my God, somewhere I came in between. Oh my God, I'll add those comments there. Go to Docker Hub. Yeah, I'll format it after some time. Yeah. You remember when I say root FS, that is called Linux structure / opt / bin /sbin /user, you know some of them, /home /tmp. All these folders, they packaged as a what file this is? What file this is? It's a compressed zip file, right? You can say this. This is the compressed zip file. So they took the scratch, they added this root FS, they added as a one shell that is called bash. With this Docker file, what image they built here? What image they built? They built a
Debian image with tag.
Bookworm
Slim.
Now, Apache people, what they took? They also have a one Docker file. In this Docker file, what they did?
They took this image. Debian.
They have not built from the scratch. They have not built it. If they want to, they can build. They can add blah blah. They can install also. Instead of what they did directly, They
Yeah.
took from,
Image.
they installed, let's see that file. Let's see their Apache Docker file. Observe here. What is this keyword you see? env. Just run. One more work directory. One more run. env, run. Run is for Linux commands. Don't think. You don't need to do all these things. Just observe. You don't need to write nothing. Just there is some commands you need. What is this command? Copy. You see here, what is this guy? You know already this keyword. You know already this keyword somewhere, you know, right? This is Apache.
Yeah, we are exposing.
Exposing the port number. What is this one more keyword? Expose. What is this guy?
CMD shell.
Why do we use CMD for? No, why do we use
To
CMD?
start. To start.
To start a process whenever my container starts. That's what. Okay, cool. Now let's go here. Please, you have to tell me now. Let me see it. Tomcat. I want to find the latest. You have to tell me latest Docker file, how this been built. Please, you have to tell me.
Yeah, we can click on that. We can go to search the tags.
Whether the latest is there or not. Here. Search for a keyword called what?
Latest.
Latest. Click. Now. Please tell me. I'm the novice user.
Yeah, we have to click on that.
The Tomcat been built by which image now?
Eclipse Temuri.
Eclipse Temurian something.
And then what is the tag? This is the tag.
21 JDK channel.
Yeah, let's go here. Tomcat built by this. Now take this name only. Take the name. Ignore the tag. Go here to this page again. Search here. This is the guy. In this again. What he's telling? Supported tags and respective tags. Here are the links. Just you have to read it here. You have to read it here. Now search for here. This is the one. Click on this one. Now what is the keyword you have to search for in this file? I'm finding a parent. What is the keyword you have to search in this file? In this file, one keyword. I want to see how this image has been built.
That name, image name.
What is the one keyword? From. Now again, you see here?
Yeah. Ubuntu.
This guy came from Ubuntu. Now again, what is the name?
Ubuntu. Tag is 22 bytes.
That is the same. Go back to Docker Hub. Some images you have to Google. Some image links and all they want to put here. You have to Google lot. Go here. Some majority official images you will get immediate link. Search here. Click on it. Oh my God, this guy did something. Yeah, recently I see this. They are not referring directly to Docker file. Where I can let me read it somewhere. Yeah, supported link. This case, now see here. He's not going to the Docker file. He's going to some third-party link. Index.json. You see, you see these guys. Which cloud they are using? You see here. Oracle. Behind something Oracle they are using. Everyone will give free, right? So some days after they want to get market. The OCI is for Oracle. OCI cloud images. They're using OCI registry behind. Earlier they were using like Docker Hub only. Where can I get the Docker file for this? You can get it. Wait a minute. I'll get that. Go to normal. If you are not able to, obviously you have to depend on this guy only. Ubuntu. You have to search like this. Docker file, GitHub. Yeah. Guess. You have to go like this directly. No option. Oh, this is some third party guys. Third party guy. Third party. This is the, let's see. If I'll, some complexity. Yeah. This is the official. Why how I was checking is no, not this also. But I'm seeing this naming convention. Okay. For now, I'll go with this Docker Ubuntu. This is the Docker file. Now this image also built by what? You see here? This Ubuntu also been built. 22 also been built by what tag now?
Ubuntu.
Ubuntu Jammy. Again, I need to see this guy. Docker file. Again, this guy is going here, there only. This guy is known face only somewhere. Something. Let's go to Docker file at most of the steps. Let's see. Jammy. Jammy? Yeah, Jammy. Let's see if I get. I'll go to Docker Ubuntu. Here you will have all the images. Let's see. Luck favors us. Where can I see this doc file? I can get this log file. Somewhere. It's all promotion. They're doing it earlier. They were very easy, man. They're doing it. Let's see. Get to clone. Let me go to this page. If I get it here, something. No, they're not publishing it. I want a Docker file. Docker file for this. This UI is also new to me. Where can I get it? Let me search in the internet only. Okay. I wanted the Jammy Ubuntu Docker file example. Put always the good keyword. You want to search in the GitHub, right? Search in the GitHub. Yes, this is the one only. Yes, this is the one. Yes, internally. Yeah, because this is the tag, right? Jammy. Now again, this been built. Please, this is unit. This is unit. Again, this has been built by what image?
Alpine.
See, this is all the history. You have to find an history. Oh my gosh, Alpine. I need a keywords at least. Alpine. Alpine is one base image. Go on this guy. No, not this. Let me go back. Yeah. We are nearby. Yeah. Now see. This Alpine been built what by what?
Scratch.
Yeah. You see, right? You take any image, they'll end up at the end where? Scratch. Sure, scratch. Then this guy, right? He is not adding Alpine. See here, this guy, what rootfs he added. Rootfs is the global. What this Alpine guy took, he took the rootfs, he altered, and then he is adding which one now? He's adding Alpine rootfs mini. You see here some minimal. See if I say rootfs, right? This is 20 MB. This Alpine is like 2 MB. Alpine is very lesser. They did more slicing, more slimming one. Which one do you go? rootfs or Alpine one? Alpine is very minimal. Yes, you will be hearing this and all. Now, what if I say what is the first image for Tomcat base image? First starting image.
Scratch.
But Tomcat been built by what image?
The last.
No. This is the last one. But Tomcat built but what image? Eclipse. This Eclipse been built Ubuntu. This Ubuntu been built again one more Jammy. This Jammy been built with the Alpine. This Alpine built with Scratch. So you have this Docker file. And you have one more Docker file. For this, that's it. In this Docker file, these steps are there. These steps are there. That's it. Now, here in this Docker file, you will be having like this from like this. You took this guy, and then what you installed? Installed the Tomcat. And then you stored that image as a what? The Tomcat image you stored in where? The Docker Hub. Same. Can you guys tell me? In this Docker file, what line will be there?
From.
If you are able to decode, that's it. You have been done majority of the concept. From?
Ubuntu.
Exactly. This is the one. And they installed some softwares here. Some installed some packages. And then they have stored as a what? This naming convention. No, same for this also.
Docker file from Ubuntu Jammy.
And they installed some softwares here also. Same for this also.
All fine. 3 point from.
What is from one thing in Docker file from no need to be start in the first. It can be somewhere here and there also, not a problem. Okay, it's no need to be the first always. No, it can be anywhere, somewhere here and there. You can keep it. That is acceptable. No need to be the first line only. No, but as a standard, right? We keep in the first place. That is recommended. No, I want to keep it somewhere. You can keep it, not a problem. But not at the last, not after CMD blah blah. No, but good to go in the first line only. Yeah. What is from stands for?
To where to install, to where to keep.
Okay. To install softwares. Yes. What is the base image that says it? Which base image I'm going to take to install software? That is keyword will say as a from.
From.
Very important. Okay. Now you could have seen, right, some of the keywords. Please, I'll change it the format after. So in the Docker file, now I wanted to install, already. I'm coming to the business directly. Okay. You did this in the EC2 already. So now in the Docker image, what I'll do directly observe here, please. If I say from HTTPD, what is that meaning? Already Apache installed will be there, or you need to install again? Is this correct?
It will be there.
I'm sorry.
Install.
Is it good idea to go? Not at all. Because
No.
what are you saying here?
Already there.
Already what are you saying? From HTTP.
HTTP.
From HTTPD means what? Already,
It's
already there is an image which has been installed with Apache. You don't do anything. Just take it. Now if I say, what is this?
It is already installed Grafana, everything.
Now you see, your DevOps job, as a DevOps job, can you deliver any software very fast or not?
Yes.
Yes.
Already installed softwares are there. What are those installed softwares already?
Docker images.
Where are they?
Docker Hub or EC2.
Docker Hub. Majority companies, paid softwares also they're sharing in the Docker Hub, but you need to register to them if you want to get the paid softwares under. Now what I'll do from Grafana, from just like you remember how long it took me to set up a Prometheus Grafana, at least like 2 to 3 days. Now simple command I'll say like this: Docker run Grafana. That's it. Docker run Prometheus. That's it. run. I'm not selling build. Already they build somewhere. Where is this? What I'm going to say? Docker run. Automatically this will go to here. Where? Docker.
Okay.
Here is the image is there. Same way. Docker Prometheus is there. Just I need to run like this. Docker run command. That's it. It will go, it will download, it will start automatically. That's it. As a DevOps job, if you want to deliver any software, any feature, the main theme of DevOps is reduce the time. EC2 Docker, which will reduce your time now. Even you have
Docker.
the data, even you have the some kind of null resource, whatever. What do you prefer?
Docker.
Docker.
Now, if we, let's say, for example, I told na, in EC2 install my Grafana. Tomorrow I want to go to the Google. Now, if you store Docker image in the Docker Hub, right? You can run from anywhere. You can pull the Docker image from Docker Hub. You can run in the Google. You can run in Azure. You can run on anywhere. Only the software you need is to run this Docker command, right? You need only one software. What is the software?
Docker.
Docker. That's it. Docker will come two tools. Docker client. One more is the Docker server. That's it. You hope you got the clarity, right? How the Docker Hub,
Yes.
what is the image? This we will see, practically we will see. Just I'm giving some tools. Can you guys please help me with the review? What did you got it?
Sign into the Docker Hub registry.
And you know one more alternative, ECR also.
Easier.
They'll charge for ECR. Will they charge? Yeah. Dude, we paid. Yeah, they'll charge because you are using their storage, right? AWS will charge three things: compute, storage, network. Storage, yeah, they're storing your images. Yeah, but Docker Hub is open source. They'll give the free also. Yeah, ECR alternative in AWS. Yeah, some more.
Docker file structure like from
Yeah, root FS.
root.
The finding root for two images was check, right?
Yeah, Tomcat, Apache.
Yeah. The keyword is please, you have to do. Otherwise, one day you have to do. That is true. Yeah. Next. You know the build image. What is the command? Docker build -t name :
tag.
What file it will look by default?
Docker file.
Docker file.
Is it mandatory to have a Docker file? You can have your other name also, not a problem. You can have other name also, but you have to specify that if you have other name. -f, you have to specify like this here. Build image. Now,
If there is no tag, automatically it will take the
yeah,
latest.
awesome, latest time. You can do Docker push also. If you do Docker push, where it will go?
Registry.
You want to pull? Simple.
Docker
From registry.
No, you want to pull the specific image only. You can pull like this also. Not only from, you can pull like this also. From also will pull that, sure.
No, I said from registry.
Yeah, from registry. And to run these Docker related commands, Docker build and all, what is the software you need?
Docker.
Docker. If you say Docker, two tools will come. Docker client plus
Docker server.
Now you saw, right? There are in the market readily softwares are there. Our job still more reduced. There is no user data at all. Just already readily available software is there. Just run one command. You will see that practically how fast the shipping of the software will happen with the Docker. Cool. I'll pass it today. Sure, tomorrow we will touch with the hands-on with the known skill set only what you know, Apache, Tomcat. We will explore that. That we will do tomorrow. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.